Yay!
All right. Hello and welcome. This is Twilight Struggle. This is Manziel BZ coming at you after the fact here. I just didn't have the energy to do commentary in real time on this game, so I didn't. And now I'm just going to try recording live, watching my own broadcast back. Who knows how good I'll be at this. I do know the outcome of the game. I don't remember very many of the specifics. But as you can see, I decided to go with the martial opening right off the top. And I'm up against Jacob Luo, experienced ITSL player. So I know I'm in for a little bit of a challenge at the bare minimum. And I don't even actually know his record beyond that. So we'll see how it goes here. And I'll try to remember why I decided to do what I did when I did it. So martial plan against a pretty bad opening hand, I would say. There weren't really too many other options. I could purge, but purging the USSR isn't the best as the US. Maybe would have slowed him down. Who knows for sure, but there just weren't a ton of other options. And I figured, if I didn't have Europe in my hand, there's a decent chance he would. So let's try to get it scored for 5 and not let him dump it. He opened with Cambridge 5, which also indicates that he doesn't have any scorings in his hand. Sorry, I'm adjusting my seat here and rolling around on the floor. But yeah, he indicates he doesn't really have anything. He dumps independent reds right away. This means he probably has... he's worried about Romanian. It's a sign of a good player, by the way. Which I do have, and now I don't have Indie Red's backup. So I'm going to be encouraged to hold that card if I can. That would mean giving up Fidel or Decall. I don't think either of those are worth holding Romanian for, and Romanian as a threat pretty low, other than it gives him D-stall fuel. So we'll see. But his AR1 influence placement goes right into South Korea and into Afghanistan, which I don't totally understand. He could have just cooed. Maybe he doesn't have great ops himself. But as you see, I'm going to cover up in Pakistan, and I'm going to get out of Iran. Always important to get out of Iran, to both sides, the Middle East side as well. I don't know where Middle East scoring is, and I don't want to get taken for 4 if he does a successful coup on Iran. So. Okay, he just opts just to go to space right away. This is another indication he's got a bad hand. And he's not trying to drive DEFCON down, so he probably doesn't have D-stall himself. So I'm comfortable popping Romanian. And I'm going to get out of Pakistan. I hold IP war, so I can do this without any reservations, but this looks like someone who's afraid of IP war in terms of the play. Alright, he's going to drop defectors. Continues attacking South Korea, that's fine. If he's going to kind of waste the looming threat of the Korean War, I'm fine with that. We're going to go ahead and send Fidel to space. And we miss. This kind of keeps it so that he can event CIA. But again, we're at DEFCON 5 still. We're at action round 4. No coups. So very unusual, and we're still doing this. We're not cooing even with very mid cards for like very coup friendly cards. Olympic Games, Defectors. Those are great. Kind of just throw down a mother flipping coup. He might be waiting with a 4-op coup though to try to bust me in the last AR with a big VP play. And again, I have no recollection of any specific play in this game whatsoever. So he's kind of playing chicken with mandatory mill ops, but I'm holding back purge as well. All right, he's gonna go UN for ops. Gonna finish strong in South Korea. I'm looking at purge here. But I don't really see any threats on the board. All I really want to do is take Dom in Middle East, but at DEFCON 5, doing so in Lebanon isn't really all that particularly great. Let's see if I fall for it. And I might, yeah. I'm just dumping IP War. Do I even hold with this? I don't think I do. Yeah. Or taking that back. There's, like, without cooing, what are you really supposed to do? And what do I have to coup? I can coup a rock. I can... That's it. Right? So fuck it. Yeah, he waited me out on Red Scare Purge. Maybe not wise, actually, but I'm just going to go ahead and take Empty Battlegrounds with that. I don't have a space left, so I'm going to hold Decall. This... I can't see him cooing Pakistan here on Soviet AR-6, but nonetheless, I'm going to... I might, if he doesn't coup, and he's got to coup, right? He has to coup. Then I can use IP War to get some mill ops myself, and get 2 VPs from that directly. Okay, he's gonna 5-year away Europe. He coups Pakistan just for kicks and giggles. There goes Middle East. Surprising. And he fails his roll anyhow. So I wouldn't have had anything to coup except for Iraq. He does have mill ops. Now, the event gives me a 50-50 chance at 4 VPs, right? The 2 from mill ops and the 2 from the event, which I take and win. I could have cooed and brought down DEFCON rising to 4, give him a 1 shot at Pakistan. Don't love that necessarily for him, so we're just going to let DEFCON ride back up to 5, and head to the next turn. Now, I've got Decall in hand, I've got D-Stall in hand, I've got De Gaulle, so I'm guessing we're going to try to space Decall, fade De Gaulle and live with it, and then hold D-Stall till action round 3 and space it then. Other than that, I have good ops, so, you know, I don't want to give up on CIA early war, right? We're going to throw that right back in the deck. NORAD isn't really an amazing headline. Oh, and out pops Blockade in the headline phase. A little controversial, I would say, for my opponent, but I think De Gaulle is the choice here. Right? No, D-Stall. I guess I can't carry anything through this. So yeah, might as well just be D-Stall. So this means it's Decall to space, and we're still fading De Gaulle. All right, now he's swinging. He's going to drop a big one on Pakistan. He's going to give me NATO, which is great. He misses his roll, which is also great news. I've got a cover of that, but I also want to drop DEFCON. So yeah, there's no thought of eventing this. Let's OP this. And note that does not give me Dom, so we're gonna back right out of that for sure. This is me wishing I just had a 2-op. And I think we can crawl. We can crawl. And we do have Formosan. Yeah, I think I'm very paranoid that he's going to be able to take Pakistan from me and get a Dom himself. So I want to be proactive on starting the occupation of Taiwan. And if memory serves, I don't recall if it pays off, but I'm pretty sure I take Taiwan, Formosa, at some point in this match. Again, we are watching it plus 20% speed. Oh, he takes another shot at Pakistan, which I allowed him to do, and this time he finally hits. And he takes control. I don't like this. I'm not super sure what I guess I could have just... Even if I coup... I can't coup back there. I was down to just 1 in Pakistan. So I couldn't leave it be. I cover up Taiwan. I missed the other op, but maybe it looks like an extra in the UK. Unsure why. Maybe... And Suez just left, so what the heck. Alright, we get Warsaw out of our opponent. He coups Iran. Doesn't exactly hit, and I can get back. US Japan for influence. Now we're at DEFCON 2. I can take that, and yeah. Do I lock this in? Will he, won't he? Yeah, I gotta put 1 in Japan just to stop a China card take of Japan. Now that US Japan is out. Now again, we're in turn 2, so anything played here can come back. But if I'm holding Asia, which is Asia in play here? My screen graphic is mighty small, and that does not look like that I played the scoring icon. That must be the Formosan icon. Yeah. So while I'm watching this, I'm watching kind of in a minimized version, so I don't see all the stuff. Okay. We're gonna pop the Gaul. We have to pop it because we cannot let decall happen, absolutely. And yeah, that's just enough to keep control through a de Gaulle. This does give up access to Libya, or excuse me, Algeria. Let's hope our opponent doesn't notice. Not that I can do much about it. I've painted myself into a little bit of a corner here. I have to space decall AR6. Is that where we're at? Are we at AR5 or AR6? I can't tell with the graphic, but nonetheless, he remembers. Yeah, we're on AR5. He remembers and takes Algeria himself. I go and send that to space. Nothing better to do. Ugh. And now I'm left with an AR6 CIA play. Don't have Milops. Yeah. I can't coup Algeria. And containment, oh, it's going to get out. Ooh, pretty cheap on containment. Breaking India is not amazing. I don't totally understand this play. It prevents me from cooing from mill-offs, but what he didn't know is that I wasn't going to be cooing anyway. What exactly was I going to coup? There's nothing... Literally, there was nowhere I could coup. So, maybe a good idea, but not properly executed. And, of course, the reshuffle's decent, I guess. With Nasser in hand, I should be able to actually just dump Middle East. I really should be able to dump Middle East here. I don't know what I'm thinking about. So I can, if I get my Middle East dom here, I can let Nasser happen. That's fine. I can even, no, I can't. Let Nasser happen. I can play Vietnam AR6. That's fine. C5, not a problem. And that's Asia. I defect away Asia. I think my thinking is that I'm going to be able to score this dom in the Middle East regardless. But without much New World holdings, he could choose to coup the Middle East. Now, he's still going to want to coup in Panama, which he does. Okay, great. He hits it. That's too bad. This still lets me score Middle East. So to some extent, that was the right play, but I really probably should have just headlined Middle East and scored it there. He could have done... Well, I mean, Asia's a great hit, actually. He was going to take that for... and unfortunately, I cannot stop the recording without stopping recording my stuff, so things are just happening pretty fast. He could have taken dom in Asia, I think, just a single op, right? No, he did not really have a pathway to get dom in Asia, even with the 3-1 battleground advantage. So he spaces duck and cover. I space socialist in turn. I missed what special relationship just did. He did not coup because he used a 4-op and got his mill-ops with that. Did he space again? Yeah, looks like he did. I'm dithering on c5. I don't see what any holdup should be. Everything is scored except for Europe, but Europe's not under threat. Yeah, let's make a little bit of headway in Africa. Let's technically cover up Thailand. And that's where we're going. Jacob's going to give up EEU. He's in fine position to let that happen. I think he's going to place... Did he get into South Africa earlier? I don't think he did. So what's he really going to do? He can take Burma here and try to just really crawl all the way to Thailand. Not an awesome maneuver. He can overprotect. Yeah, which he does in North and South Korea. And he overprotects in Pakistan. So kind of a vaguely empty AR from him, but it's stuff that had to happen eventually anyway. Not a big problem. And yeah, we're just going to let Nasser happen at this point. I could put one back in to Egypt to retain some presence there, but we're just going to keep crawling in Africa because this is going to happen. And of course, I did miss my space roll as well. Not a lot for anyone to do here. Warsaw for influence. All right, he's going to take Saudi. So he's up 3-2 in Middle East Battleground, and 1 op away from Dom. I don't think he can feel very good about that. This is AR5, so again, I'm going to try to hold Purge through. Now, once the midwork cards are in, Red Scare is a lot better headline for the U.S. And so that does give me a little something to do. My ops have been pretty mid this whole time. Are we going to challenge him to let this happen? And, he doesn't have anything else to do, so why would he let Cameroon happen? He's definitely going to coup this. Not sure what I was thinking. Maybe he wanted to use the Southeast Asia bonus. Why would I even let this happen on AR5 instead of AR6? I'm not sure. I could have played Truman here. Maybe I wanted him to try to get trapped with Truman, but that's a silly desire. Now I have to play Truman as my AR6, which is also pretty darn weak. I can't even break. I can't tickle. And with this type of roll, I can't even counter coup. And there goes Europe. Yeah, there it went. I think in real time I was wondering what the hell is he doing in Europe. But obviously, 5-yearing away Europe was going to be the game plan there. And do I even coup it back at 4? Yeah, I think that's right. Let's just block that off. We're cooing at 4. I need to roll a 4 or better. No, excuse me, 5 or better. 5 or better to knock him out of Cameroon. So, silliness. Now, let's see what I got here. I've been holding Purge. But fuck it. Yeah, this is such a weird game, and I think I'm behind. I haven't really accomplished anything, and I didn't even get to score Europe. I'm behind in Asia. I'm down 3-2 battlegrounds in the Middle East. I'm going to be tied 2-2 in Africa. I'm down 1 in Central. No real access to speak of. Yeah, no access to speak of in my cards. That one allow Cambodia could have been one, not even one in Colombia. So no real entry into South America. So I'm going to play Missile Envy, even though it's not fully safe. So, interesting situation presenting itself here. He's going to try to score Central, presenceless Central, against Missile Envy. I'm going to get, let's see what I get. But I have a chance of taking a coup against a 3 influence Panama. Not great. If I can place into Mexico. That's pretty good. Let's see. Let us see. Okay, I'm going to get to place. Now, if he had headlined We Will Bury You, who knows what I would have pulled instead. Of course, here's the thing. I really want to coup Algeria with this, right? I don't want to place into Mexico. But it does save me, what is it, 4 VPs, 5 VPs right off the top? Yeah, sure, I get to overprotect there too, although it's fated for disaster because that's just going to get cooed away. So maybe this other 2 influence should do something a little more worthwhile. Cooing Panama is an option. Cooing Panama and trying to roll a 2 or better. A 2 or better. I really should have taken that. Go! What am I thinking? 2 or better. No, let's see. Yeah, a 1 keeps him in there. 2 or better knocks out his presence, and I get a chance for a presenceless. Do I? Yeah, 5 or better, and a 5 or better would have, of course, given me the presenceless score in Central. So, not a great play in my estimation. In retrospect, thankfully he misses the coup with the 1 extra op into Zaire, so it's gonna work out. Rewarded for the wrong thing here. Not that I trust my luck. I mean, I could have just thrown a one ball right up in there and looked really fucking silly. Holy smokes, would I've looked dumb. And I'm already down 3. We're not out of the Soviet steamroller portion of the game quite yet, although there are no scoring threats on the board. So I'm not totally sure what I'm thinking. Alright, he's gonna Muslim me. Ruh-roh. I have no access back into Libya. Maybe that one op into Egypt should have been a higher priority. And not like I was going to play into Tunisia at any point, so I could have seen this coming. Alright. Big ball 3. And I'm going to play Usuri to get China. I actually like this play much better than just playing the ops from Usuri. There, I could have maybe held it. Held it through. Instead, I'm probably, again, looking at holding Purge through. If I can. I can't imagine with 4 more... no, excuse me. That Lone Gunman is unplayable, of course. So 3 more ops to play. And I give him a free Nixon. Let him get away with Nixon for VPs. What I really wanted to do here, actually, in retrospect, I wanted to attack his hand size. We'll see what happens. But the real move wasn't really I wanted to play China. And he had grain sales. It didn't matter in the end, of course, but he had it. So, if he had held something else, we'll see if he's going to give up VOA. It doesn't seem likely at this point. His hand doesn't seem thin enough. Wow, he had Sadat. Okay, great. He's going to put that 1 right back in, I'm sure. Yep. Okay. Do I want to play my 2? I still have to play one of China or Purge. Because I cannot literally give up Lone Gunman. I think Summit is the play and save the 4-op for AR7. Whatever that is, I think we can probably just take South Africa here. Is fine. Not much to do in Asia, yeah. I mean, not a ton to do. Sadat is out, so Egypt isn't up for grabs battleground. Yeah, sure, why not? South Africa. Do I dare play into A1 stability in Africa and try to threaten Dom on action around 6 instead of action around 7? I probably do. This is why this is a bad move. Okay. Yeah, no. Someone's the right play, man. Someone's the better play. Although, again, Egypt is open. Egypt is up for grabs. I'm down 3-1 without it. Down 4-1 without it. So, actually, Egypt is a high priority here. I think that's right. What else do I do with my ops? Yeah, let's throw one into South Africa. Let's go ahead and grab Indonesia too, maybe. Or am I thinking about an early tickle? An early tickle of Libya. I'm not thinking an early tickle. I think Indonesia is probably the easiest thing. I suppose there's an argument for Greece or Turkey here instead of second in Israel. Marginal. I will need foreign Israel to combat Middle East Dom forever, but Arab-Israeli war is a permanent threat, although if I take Israel along with Lebanon and Egypt, it's literally not possible to win, so that would be fine, actually. I guess it's defensible. We are in the mid-war Middle East is scored in the mid-war, so we're only talking about 2 more scorings in the rest of the game here. And sort of lock him up, but we are definitely going to lose Iran eventually. Okay, nuke subs. Nuke subs makes me wish I had a better coup card. Maybe if I had held whatchamacallit, Purge, it would have been better. But hey, one-op summit coup in Nigeria, that's what that card is for. Does a boy good. I get the flip, and not even a regular flip. An over-control flip, so massive for me in Africa. In my hand, I've got Brush. That's important. Still holding Gunman. This is actually kind of a rough hand. No headlines. The Pope, I guess, is a headline, sure. But it doesn't force a response. You know, I have Dom, so it doesn't do much other than just be vaguely annoying. Kitchen is not a headline. Omit actually is a reasonable headline. Brush War really changes the board here. This looks like a Panama or Algerian brush to me. Yeah, it has to be one of those two. And if I hit an Algeria, that's control. So I think that is the play. Still don't have a good way to get out of Gunman. I already got containments. That's one of them. Any DEFCON razors out there? I haven't seen Salt. I haven't seen NTB once it counted. Although, yeah, oofda. Quag is not what I wanted to see for sure. And that's going to give him time to fix even a victory here. Okay, I hit it. But he's going to coup, I would assume, Angola. I suppose Nigeria is valid too, but I would, with Quag, I would coup Angola. Because then I can place into Zimbabwe. That removes any... no. Okay, yeah, he knows I'm under, so why not just fucking break it? Do it old school. Alright, what am I giving up to Quag? I can't give up Gunman, so goodbye Suez. South Africans may be a little more present problem here. I can fade Suez. Alright, I'm already overprotected in UK, so Suez just isn't a problem, whereas South African would rightly be a menace. Let's say if he has Portuguese while he's at it, he could... That African control won't be worth diddly squat. He's going to take a Che coup. Yeah, great. If he doesn't have Che, that means I can play into non-battlegrounds at this point. It means I can easily establish a Dom in Africa with 2 ops. And are we just going to... Yeah, we're going to 100% fade Korean. So if that's up to me, no. If it's up to me, it's... I mean, I guess this isn't bad, right? It sets up a realign. It's a relatively safe as far as Africa goes country. It's very safe. And I get out of the war while I'm at it too. That's great. Great news. But if he has, yeah, he just has to eat this African troll. I think he could have fought a ton harder. You know, choosing Angola over Nigeria allows him to play into Zimbabwe. From there, he can get rid of South Africa. Yeah, I think it would have been a much better time. He could have realigned out Zaire But none of that will happen because we live in this particular universe, this chain of events. What did we just see? I kitchened for for VPs. Yeah, why not? I just got a 6 boost from Africa. Okay, IP war. Shit. He gets India. He gets the 2 mil-ops. He gets the 2 VPs. And he gets Dom. That's so fucked. Alright. Well, Burma at least counters that. Let's hope he doesn't slime his way into decall and snake Indonesia away from us. Southeast Asia scoring still very valuable to me. And there's no... I mean, between Philippines and Indonesia, he can't fight against this. Right? Yeah, and AI war is kind of... Yeah, one in Japan. I hold the China card, bub. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Now, he might get me to respond. I don't recall. There's the reason I put that second influence in there to begin with. And what did I just do? Yeah. We're just going to event the Pope. Fuck it. You know, we can cause some problems later. A little late war solidarity and Chernobyl combo. And this wall combo. That could hurt. Ooh, he has to give up puppets on this board. Holy shit. He has some real problems, and this is a symptom of that problem. So yeah, we're going Chile, we're going Brazil, we're going Colombia. We're going to leave Argentina alone for the moment because Thatcher is out there. Okay, fair enough. He's going to get into Colombia. That's going to mandate a response from me. Yeah, obviously I'm giving up Fidel. I probably would much rather space. I'd much rather space, but there is a present threat to deal with. And why not? Yeah, fuck it. We're overprotecting. We're going to eat a coup at some point in Colombia anyway because OPEC is a thing. So why not OP it now? I can cover up Brazil later. I can expand later. Oh, I did give up OAS too. Oof. His hand was brutal. I wish I had the ops to fucking push him. And maybe this is a Nicaragua, play. Haiti play. Or yeah, just go right into Panama. Going into Panama is not terrible. I mean, this is for OAS, this is super painless. A painless OAS for him. But, you know, I'm wrong. Playing into Haiti or Nicaragua just gets cooed instantly, so it's kind of a non-factor. Is he really going to push into the Philippines? Alright, well, we spaced in the last AR like a simp. But we're going to take it. Alright, now we got some ops. We got D-Stall, we got OPEC. OPEC is always fadeable, although at this point it's 3 VPs, so we're not giving OPEC away. Looks like the plan is going to be to hold D-Stall and space OPEC, or vice versa. No! We have gunmen still, so we hold gunmen. Maybe we play China to give us a little bit of space. Or we play How I Learned to give us some space. This is going to be tough, though, because I want to score Southeast Asia. So I can't really pop... Okay. Allende Now, let's see what I do here. It takes some motherfucking huevos to set this to 4 or 5 right here. And I am not a man of big nuts in this game. Oh, or I can just go with 2. I can just go with 2. That allows him to spread and take Argentina. That gives it up. It just says, go ahead, take Argentina. Oh, yeah, 4. I want to do 4. I want to do 4 so bad. That says coup Brazil, and then I'll call you back. That says coup Zaire, and still be domed in Africa. Little fucking bitch. It says maybe go for Mexico. Maybe go for Mexico and control Central. So it takes a level of huevos that I don't think I have. Alright. Shuffling the deck chairs. Alright. Arms race for influence. That's going to be Argentina. It's going to be 1 pop in Chile. If I don't take Chile or do something about Argentina, I'm kind of boned. Alright, we're just going to go. Get in our bear trap. Let's see what we get. We might get a bunch of space here. Nope. We just let him get out of voice for free. Voice here. It's inherently painful, but with 3 in Panama, he's got the 1 red one in Egypt, 4 in Cameroon. It's not that bad for him to give up voice. Never awesome. But yeah, we got to put some resources into taking Chile. And we still have to think a little bit about Japan. We're just going to say, fuck it. Fuck it. We're going no rubber on Japan. Will we get impregnated? Yes or no? Will he even try to shoot a shot into Japan? Yes or no? He thought about it earlier. Still doesn't have the China card, but that didn't stop him before. Littler bros than Jacob Luo have tried to shoot their shot. Let's see. I'm actually kind of playing it a little dangerous with the backdoor to Southeast Asia while we're at it too. Got to cover that one up in Indonesia. That's worth a VP. Shuttle dips. Okay. Yeah, he took to Indonesia. Fuck. Let him in the back door. That could have been a 5 VP bop for me. But maybe I should just be happy to get it for 3. A lot of philosophy in this. He's hitting those space rolls. I am struggling in space. Yet another failure. My shit's just blowing up on the fucking platform nonstop. Yeah, alright. He just had to give up Alliance? Did he just give that up? Or did he space it? He just gave it up, I think. But I missed what he did. Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, let's do a little Libya breakage. We're on action around 5. A little early for breakage. He can just respond. Or we're jamming. We're not breaking, we're jamming. Because why not? With shuttle dips, this does give me a dom. And on turn 6, the reshuffle is in play, so he has to do something about this. Well, not a problem. Oh, shit. Little problem. A little bit of a problem. He had to UNOA CIA. I'm sure he's happy about that. Do I salt for ops just to take it? I think this is a great plan. Let's actually see what I got, though. Purge again? I don't like this because I fucking held my dick with Purge for like 4 turns already. Didn't do fuck all with it. And if he had to UNOA CIA to respond in Libya, he's probably only got a 1-up, and I'm letting him off the hook. So I'm going to trade Salt for Purge. I'm going to trade Libya for Purge. For 4 ops for Libya. This does give me an extra card. So it's a tiny bit of lone gunman prevention too, I suppose. Ah, fuck. He just had ABM. He's gonna fucking blow it up. Alright, well, I have something to do with Purge now, but I have gunmen, so let's fucking do our thing with gunmen. Yeah, I guess Libya's small potatoes for the moment. Boop, bloop, bloop. The president's head just blew the fuck up. Right on national TV. And actually, that's not quite what happened. They cut away. The gunman won't matter too much. We got the drunken camera operator again, of course. That's the excuse. Hey, one miscue, his miscue. We're all good. Libya, the fate of the Libyans just in the breeze. All right. Reshuffle right away. Oofda, yes. Oh, yes. Amazing redraws. ABM, South America, one small step redraws. And your boy gets Junta. So, I think this should be an Argentina play. Try to then drop down South America for 10. He's going to go decall. Is this a threat to me? In Zaire, it's a threat. In Angola, it's a threat. In Thailand, it's a threat. So, alright, well, we get our nut in Argentina. This is great stuff. Southeast has been played, so... And I'm already I'm fucked in Asia anyhow, so I could very well give up Thailand here. I think at some point I'd have to just take Japan the old-fashioned way, unfortunately. Just to avoid control. Asia control is humiliating. I can not fight for Zaire. That's going to be off the table. Yeah, the fight for country count is fine. He's letting me off easy though. Super easy. In Asia. Super duper easy. Like he doesn't bother taking Lao Cambodia. Which, I mean, not that it would give him more VPs, but it would be obnoxious. Scoring allows me to take back Zaire. It allows me to take Libya. And he doesn't do a thing about South America, which he doesn't even know about. Yeah, this is how little Lao Cambodia really matters at this point. It's really just brush war protection. Brush war's gone, so fuck it. Although brush war is back. But hey, Asia soaked up the not the AWACS, the shuttle diplomacy rule. But he was going to get Asia no matter what. He's going to get Asia no matter what. You know, he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 countries. He could have just dropped a 3-ball into Laos, and yeah, he could have just overtaken it the old way. Alright, what the fuck do I do about Central? Do I ABM Mexico here? I think is the only realistic option. That's good enough. Now does he play into Guatemala? That would be, or excuse me, Nicaragua. It should be fine because that prevents me from filling up Mexico. Got to do a bunch of stupid ass shit in the meantime, like not play One Small Step, like not play Camp David. Oh, yeah, he's gonna go attack Africa. That's fine. That's totally fine. I can live with that. Yeah, let's just go. Excuse me. My midday yawn. Yawn. Alright, what are we realigning? Sure. Why not? Alright. Good enough stuff there. Puts me back in Dom. Let's take a free roll against Cuba. Nothing ventured, nothing lost. Ah, fuck. I really kind of wanted to use China here. But he cultural it away, as is his right. Let's just drop a little one smallie. Oh, yeah, sorry. We still need to score South America. And again, we salted for Purge and did fucking nothing with it. Purge is fine. Purge is fine, but it's, you know, it's so many ops that it's not, like, the other headlines are just as good, you know, almost all the time. And why not Truman him out of... That's actually fine. Yugoslavia's, I think, slightly better than Austria here. You know, that gives him access. This takes away his access here in a way that whatever obviously else does not. A action round 6. Yeah, okay. Take away peak. Alright, Panama not worth much in this scenario. He's going to coup again in Tunisia. So he just kind of plucked that little problem. But I can create new problems here. Yeah, one in Saharan just gets me right back in Dom. One in, the fuck is that country north of Zimbabwe or whatever the hell it is. Why the fuck do I not know? And he gets a discard. Well, and there went whatchamacallums. Okay. Finally we fucking spurt out Red Scare. And this hand is ghastly. Holy shit. UN intervention helps. UN helps to get rid of the Berryu. Hey. Nice. He's got some trouble in his hand if he's headlining Europe, I think. But that means Socialist goes to space. We fade Willie. We fade AI War. Ortega is not active effectively. And so we're actually fine here. But man, it's a lot of red. Double checking. I think we just take Israel here and then fade the war. Oh, Iron Lady. Perfect. Fucking perfect. He can't even use it to flip. He's got a coup. Yeah, a little fucking Margaret Thatcher cooing Mexico. This is fine. And now Socialist is free. Don't even have to space it. In fact, this means I can probably space We Will Bury You. Now, which leftist regime does not topple thanks to Margaret Thatcher? We secure our position in Africa. Okay. I think that's fair and important. And yeah, I'm putting one in Japan because now he has the China card. He could have taken Japan. Japan is worth 2 VPs to him. So neutral as far as the China card is concerned at this point in the game. VP neutral. But a little humiliating, and he got the 1-op out of me. So great. Uh-oh. Okay. Phew. And now I have to give up. If I use this on Barry, I give up an action round. Do I want to give up an action round? Do I recognize that this is the cost? I don't remember here. I'd have a healthy VP lead in the late war, so... No! No! Okay, phew. Cameroon doesn't do shit for me. I'd rather fucking place influence into Saharan states than coup Cameroon at this point. I can coup... No, that's just as bad. No, don't even bother. It's, yeah, DEFCON 2. Colombia is going to be the coup target, if anything, for me, so let's just fucking get our dick hard later. We can't play it. We cannot play this. We have to space burial, and we have to then play UN for ops. Without any threats on the board, I think, yeah, we just take the space risk. Of course, space is fucking useless. Literally, doing anything in the board would have been better than space. But that is the reality we're going to live with. Alright, let's see what Jacob comes at us with. Oh, he's got to eat Solidarity. And he's just going to fix Solidarity, I assume. Yeah. Oh! Uh-oh. He must have Warsaw. Do I even think about it? Do I even think about it? Uh-oh, shit. Casual. Fucking turn whatever flower power. And I just fade the VPs up 12. Fair enough. I must sense that he has Warsaw or know that that's out there. Because I am not falling for that dangly little piece of meat. Don't even think I need it. I don't know where my VPs have really come from this game. It just kind of piled up at some point. And he certainly has not been able to score much of his own. He let me get a cheap Asia the first time around. He hammered me on Asia the second time around. But Middle East I've taken. Europe I've taken. Africa I've taken. South I've taken. He didn't have Central at the right time. You know? So I guess it's no wonder I have a VP lead, but it certainly doesn't feel like I've been setting the pace in this game. But there's been a lot of hands where he's had some shit to deal with. Let's see if he can set the pace on me here. Alright, turn 8 D-stall. He's got plenty of fuel. Overprotect Indonesia. What? One in El Salvador? I missed where some of these other ops went. He won in Indonesia. Pointless. Pointless one in Indonesia. Yeah, 2 in Central America, and then there must be 1 in South. But fuck it. Yeah, he took a coup in Costa Rica, and I took an effective one in Guatemala. Okay, I guess I see El Salvador now. because this locks in his Dom. This prevents me from coupping Nicaragua or Haiti and getting leverage on Cuba. This makes sense if he's going to drop Central right now. But let me tell you, something is telling me he does not have Central. In which case, I don't fucking understand this play. I mean, I just told you what it's worth, but like, he could fight that later. He could have, he could have cooed, he could have recooed in, a Cuba adjacent country. But now I just get to leave El Salvador alone by their leftist self. Not what happened in real life, of course. The death squads came through. All right, North Sea oil. But as we pointed out, I'm already at a deficit for cards. North Sea oil to take fucking Honduras. Is that Honduras? That is yeah, I think it's Honduras. But well, yeah, why do I give a fuck? All right, cool. I take it. I cancel his Dom. This series of plays just seems very weird. Very weird. And by playing North Sea Oil, it kind of tells me it doesn't have Central. So, like, what the fuck? And he's going to give up the China card. He's desperate as shit. And I don't think he must be tilted hard. This is some... Like, he could have just scored it. So he told me he doesn't have Central already. What are you hiding, bro? No. Just fade Willie here. No. Past self. Leave nuclear test ban in your pocket. Go ahead and event and repair Willie. Oh, I have to play this regardless. So yeah, I guess I can't leave it in my pocket. Yeah, that's not going to change anything. So we're going to do nothing about it. What would change something is 1 in Cuba, now that Ortega's gone. And I got to, prep for Willie. That's fair. How about just break? Just give me a little breaksies. Yeah, overprotecting France at this point's fair. No, I don't need that. CMC, we'll wait for CMC. I guess, but what's the point? I can just let him, I suppose, have Central for... This is 3 he's going to get? No, he's going to get 4 or 5 out of this. Which is... Oh, if I give it up to him. But he doesn't have Central, right? Yeah, okay. I can't afford... Like, who knows what kind of bad shit I could fucking ass-not here. I could ass-not into Middle East. I could have ass-knotted into Africa. I could have got pulled Central myself. We Will Bury You, I believe, was discarded. So, yeah, there's more than 0 cards that are a problem. Gunman happened, so that's not a problem at this point, but doesn't matter. If I give up Willie, I could potentially lose the game here. Or I can just allow a coup to happen. Why the fuck is he just pouring it on in Central for a region he doesn't even have? Okay. Yeah, we let Willie happen. Yeah, why not just... I could even overprotect. Overprotect Argentina, overprotect Mexico, overprotect Peru. I could have played into Peru to protect myself from future realigns. Not a lot of threats on the board at this point. And yeah, here it is. I knew I pulled War Games, and spoiler alert, I'm going to win with War Games here in just a moment. And there's a bunch of stuff that is giving me a minor pause. I'm trying to think of ways he could score. He's probably going to just headline Central, I guess. And is that enough? With arms race in hand as well, it's going to be tough for him to claw over. Yeah, fuck it. Let's not get... Oh, shit. What did he pull? Oh, no. Iranian doesn't actually give him take cards away. Not as threat. So, yeah, let's not give him any weird ideas. Let's just... He's just going to take his coup. That's the only thing to think about as far as he's concerned, and then we just win with war games. Boom, U.S.-Japan coup. We'd love to see it. Okay, great. He hits Mexico. U.S.-Japan happens. And War Games becomes active. We give him the 6. We take the victory. Great stuff. The man who changed China still falls to the capitalist. I authentically thought I was a little bit on the run in this game. Watching on a replay, I had it in hand. I'm giving away a little bit of my psychology here. And hey, awesome to get a victory over someone with 100 more rating points than me. And, good game by Jacob. I think in retrospect, man, he dealt with a lot of shit. And did not get run over. So, not a ton for him to do, but hey, a victory is a victory. Thanks all for watching. Cheers.